All right, here's episode 3 of my philosophical takes. We're going to try to keep this rolling as much as possible. It's going to be more or less a journal of kind of what I went through throughout the day and kind of what I've been experiencing throughout life. It's going to be more or less just kind of a summary of that so we can get right into it. So, I've learned a few things today in this past week as I have been immersing myself in some challenges and I have been pushing myself to, as we were saying yesterday, to raise the standard, and then that standard should be your minimum of how you perform every day. And obviously you will fall under that standard, but that standard should be your baseline, right? And you should be trying to stack on that every day. So for me personally, I have had a few days where I have really been stacking these things and I have really been on forward momentum. And I just wanted to say that my dog is whining, but I just wanted to say that just because you are going somewhere forward in your life, just because you are making good progress, doesn't necessarily mean you are doing enough. And I know this is contrary to what most people like to say. I know this is kind of against the work-life balance mentality, but especially for you guys who are watching this, anyone who looks at this is probably going to be in their 20s in some way, shape, or form. And it is important for us to know that this type of energy, this type of work ethic that we have now is only going to be here now. It's only going to be here for a short time. Everyone talks about how much they would pay to go back to their 20s. They say they will give up everything because that young blood, the potential you have now to maximize everything in your life, it is literally the craziest thing ever. I mean, you have to 20 to 30 to essentially either be a dumbass or become one of the world's greatest geniuses, and you can choose. It is the craziest thing to me how you can just decide your reality, right? So, as I've been moving forward from a setback, I want to keep moving forward. I want to keep putting my head down, and that involves continuing to raise the bar, right? Now, I'm not going to say that you're not working hard. You may be working hard, but can you put out some more effort? Can you work a little smarter? Can you remove some things in your life that don't necessarily need to be there? Absolutely, you can. I know every single one of you can. I know I can. I know that it will improve your life and it will improve my life. Without a single doubt in my mind, that is the truth for everybody in this world, right? Live up to your potential and then live up higher than your potential, right? And make sure your foundations are set. Make sure that whatever you're doing, that baseline is set. So kind of next thing I want to go into, we'll roll into this. As you're setting up your foundations, make sure you're aiming up. Make sure you're doing it from a good place. Make sure you're doing it from somewhere that is productive and somewhere that is not of lie, envy, of boast, of ego, right? You want to do everything that you're doing for your alignment and your fulfillment. The way you will align and fulfill is not through ego, it is not through anything but your true nature and how you align. So this goes to say that if you're doing anything to show off, if you're doing anything to feel like you need to patch up an insecurity, really know that, really digest that, and take that information in, because it is important for you to know that when you're doing things from those directions, from those negative places, that you're going to end up in negative places, because that honestly is just a cycle. Like if you start from negative, you'll end negative. It will never stop. You cannot go in a positive direction when you're aiming at a negative angle, right? So continue to aim up and do it from a good place. Do it from a genuine place. Just because you may have something that I don't doesn't mean that you are fulfilled doing so. And that is kind of the direction that I want you to head in, right? Which I want everyone to head in. So if you're listening to this video right now and you feel like you're doing things that are hardworking-esque, if you're doing things that are challenging, which honestly I believe you are, But are you doing it because you feel fulfilled? But are you doing it for other, or are you doing it for other people? Are you doing it for other things? Are you doing it because you feel the need to fulfill some type of satisfaction or gratification on the back end that doesn't come from a good place? I don't care what you have. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you see. If you're not doing it from the right place, you have nothing. The next thing it would be from that perspective is aim towards good, look for God. I think the biggest challenge that I've had recently, and just I'm being super vulnerable, anyone can watch this video, is being able to find God. I'm a Christian myself, but it's been very challenging to look around and not find any evidence of God, right? But the evidence is there. The evidence is the good in you. The evidence is the good in other people. It is the universe playing out how you want to play it. The universe and God connect in one. God created the universe. So yes, you can still be spiritual in that sense of doing things on good places and believing in the universe, but you also have to find God and you have to look through scripture, right? And that is just my opinion. You can believe whatever you want, but I'm going to tell you my truth and how I feel fulfilled personally as a human being. I know this is a pointless rant, and there's no real direction. I just want to be able to let out my thoughts and be free flowing for 10 minutes at a time. So I'm going to keep yapping about the next thing. You need to be educating yourself. You need to be truly going into learning your weaknesses and then continuing to build knowledge on your weaknesses, because those are the things that will lack in your life. Those weaknesses are the things that will show in every conversation, in every interaction, in everything you write, and everything you do, and everywhere you look, right? If I'm someone who is genuinely not a confident person, if I'm a negative person, that's going to play out in my whole life. That's going to manifest and leak into everything. That's going to manifest and leak into my relationships. That's going to manifest and leak into my work life. And it will never, ever satisfy you. It really never will. When you know that you have something lacking and you never chase it, and you never try to improve it, and you never try to get better at it. So one thing I will say is truly work on your weaknesses, right? And I'm going to tell you how I'm working on my weaknesses literally right now. So I have a few things in front of me that have really helped me, and this is one of them. This is a book to get more leads for my business. It has truly helped me learn, right? Next thing, working on spirituality and understanding the laws of the universe, power versus force. This book is truly helping me understand how I can operate as a human being, my human behavior and other human behaviors. This is something I was lacking in knowledge. Last but not least, this book is amazing. Short chapters. I cannot say good enough things about it. It is The Creative Act, and it is called A Way of Being, right? This is literally just how to become more of a creative naturally, because you cannot force creativity. You have to naturally float into creativity. So, point being is, I have these 3 books set right here on my desk, because I will be working on my weaknesses till the day I die. You have to pursue your weaknesses. You have to pursue what has most friction in front of you, because if you decide to ignore those things, they will come back, and they will come back harder. Don't run away from the dragon in front of you. Face it with a sword and a shield, because if you run away, it will come and eat your back, right? And especially if you're running away back to your family, if you're running away back to people you love, that dragon's going to come after them too. It's going to consume all of them, right? And how does that look practically? It looks like if you're a weak man, if you're not a strong man with a strong foundation, and you're running away from your problems, yeah, you'll avoid them for a little bit, but you run away from your problems, they're going to eat your family. They're going to come after you and everyone you love. So why don't you take action right now? Take care of business right now and face that dragon. You may fall. You may have to face him multiple times. Hell, you may die doing it, but if it doesn't affect your loved ones, if you can protect the ones you love and be at peace knowing you did everything you can to face what you wanted to face, the battle that you will be much greater, than the time that you will spend away from the problem until it eats you alive. So that is 10 minutes of me yapping about my philosophical takes, and I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.